After the lukewarm reception of his 1987 World War II drama, Empire of the Sun, Steven Spielberg returned to form with the third film in his Indiana Jones series, entitled Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Although the previous indie film, Temple of Doom, was a big hit with audiences, most critics maligned the film, criticizing the darker tone. So with Last Crusade, the filmmakers decided to revert back to the feel of the first film, with Indy trying to obtain another biblical artifact before the Nazis.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, I just wanted to bring back the spirit of the original Raiders and have some fun.
While this can be a criticism of the film, what makes it stand apart from the original is the addition of Sean Connery as Indiana Jones's father, Henry Jones.
I wanted to flesh out Indy's relationship with his father. And I said, here's a time we can really do a really good character study of who gave birth to this guy. I said, George, let's see, who inspired him? Let's do a father-son story. And George said, well, is that going to be conducive with the Grail search? I said, well, the search for the father is the search for the Holy Grail. And then when it came time to casting it, I said to George, there's only one person that can play Indy's father, and that's, James Bond.
Together, the father and son duo are out to complete Henry's lifelong quest for the Holy Grail. Many of the action scenes are fun and exciting, but still come up short compared to Raiders' nearly flawless set pieces. Also notable in the cast is River Phoenix as young Indiana Jones, where we see him obtain the iconic whip and fedora hat.
Well, River, I love River's work, especially when he was in Stand By Me, and I think Harrison actually was the one that suggested River. He said to me, the guy that looks most like me when I was that age is this actor named River Phoenix, and I believe that's a Harrison Ford idea.
A spin-off TV series, The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, came out a couple of years later, but unfortunately River Phoenix had died, and the role was played by Sean Patrick Flanery. Last Crusade has just the right blend of action and humor, and many consider it their favorite of the series, mainly due to the amazing chemistry between Ford and Connery.
And when it all comes together and you don't do it in the computer, and I'm not being Luddite when I say this, but when you're really having to rely on all the different departments, just like old Hollywood used to do and old England used to do, to realize the director and the producer and the writer's vision and the actor's vision, that's good old-fashioned movie making, and I love that.
For many years, people assumed this would be the last Indiana Jones film, until 2008 when a fourth installment would emerge. But there's still plenty of Spielberg to get to before that one. Later that year, Spielberg would release a remake of one of his favorite films, A Guy Named Joe, this time called Always.